Welcome to the 2025 StubHub NLL Face-Off live from Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia. For the first time, the Philadelphia Wings will play in their home building under the new name as they welcome in the Colorado Mammoth for the first game of their season. Colorado coming into game number 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Xfinity Mobile Arena. Alongside Scott Gabrielson, I'm Brian Smith. Mary McGinnis will join us in just a few moments. And Scott, a change in the building name, a change in the makeup of the Philadelphia Wings, as they've got a couple of significant new changes this year.
Absolutely, and none bigger, none more notable than the loss of Mitch Jones and his 111 points. He was the star for the Wings last year, but the Wings retain 15-year veteran Joe Rezza-Terrence. He was number 3 in the National Lacrosse against scoring last year. It's a new team, it's a new captain in Chris Corbeil, and a bunch of new young guns, so I want to see what they can do today.
Some changes on the Colorado side as well, but if last week is any indication, it's an old face the Wings are going to have to shut down.
That's for sure. For Colorado, the player to watch is number 4, Will Malcolm. Ankle-breaking moves right down the middle, quick as a cat. He had 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points against Vancouver last week, and I think he's one of the most underrated players in this league. Look for the Wings to try to stop him today. For Philadelphia, the future young gun is in his second year is number 34, Brennan O'Neill. Look at those stats. He was a Rookie of the Year candidate last year, 6'2", 250-pounder, can get it done. He's going to be the first. He's going to initiate dodge from the left-hand side. Look for a big game at a 34.
And he is standing by downstairs with our Mary McGinnis.
Brennan, you are entering your second season.
Hey, Joel.
Okay.
Joel.
Okay.
That opening graphic had Wells Fargo Center on it. Okay. Yep. Doing it for the last 2 months.
Yep. I thought we were recording it. We were ready to go.
When's the last time we did it live?
Right.
And I think this is a truck thing. I don't know if I can get a little more Joel in my headset, because he's way under everything else
Yeah,
I'm hearing.
agreed. Same.
Okay, that's
That'd be
fine.
great.
Yeah. Just as long as they're even out a little bit, that's all we need. I need to come up with a synonym for change, because I said it too many times.
Yeah. I don't know if we can turn it down.
It's where I stop. I'm like, I need another word. I don't have another word.
Can't really hear you if you're talking to us.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm turning the wrong box. Sorry, Scott. I do now, yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
Yeah, that's better. It's fine.
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched.
Welcome to the 2025 StubHub NLL Face-Off, live from Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia. It's the first time the Philadelphia Wings are playing in their home building under the new name as they welcome in the Colorado Mammoth, game number 1 on the season for the Wings and the second for Colorado. Hello everyone and welcome inside Xfinity Mobile Arena for Philadelphia Wings lacrosse alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson. I'm Brian Smith. Mary McGinnis will join us in just a moment. New building name, couple of new things up here for the Philadelphia Wings.
New changes to the roster, none bigger than the loss of Mitch Jones and his 111 points, but they retained Joe Reziteritz, number 3 in the National Lacrosse League in scoring, but a new team. New captain Chris Corbeil and new young guys. Looking forward to see what the young guns can do on the field today.
Some changes this year for Colorado on offense, but if last week is any indication, it's an old face the Wings are going to have to shut down.
Yes, Will Malcolm's a guy to go watch for Colorado. Number 4, ankle-breaking moves, quick as a cat. Look at the game he had last week. 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points over Vancouver. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the National Lacrosse League. This guy just gets it done. The Wings need to focus on him today. For the Philadelphia Wings, the new young gun for Philly. And in his second year is number 34, Brennan O'Neill. Look at those stats. He was a Rookie of the Year candidate, 6'2", 250-pounder. He's going to be the primary option on the left-hand side. Looking forward to seeing what he can do today.
And Brennan O'Neill is downstairs on the floor with our Mary McGinnis.
Brennan, your second season in the NLL is about to get underway. What did you focus on this offseason to prepare for today?
I think we just wanted to set a standard as soon as we came into training camp that we're going to be the grittiest group of guys we possibly can be, and just the little things, do the little things right, and that was just the main message throughout training camp.
A lot of new faces on the offense. What can we look forward to in this first half?
You're going to look at a selfless, just team ball game with our offense and no egos. Everyone's just gonna, work our best to get each other open and do the best we can.
Thanks, best of luck.
As you heard Scott say a moment ago, Mitch Jones and his 110 points off to Las Vegas. The Wings did not really replace it, Scott. They're going to try to replace it from within, and Brennan O'Neill is going to be a big part of that.
Absolutely. I like what he's saying right there. Great energy, talking about being gritty, kicking off this season with a new attitude. Nick Roulette starts it off with the face-off win. Love it.
Good start here for Philadelphia, again playing their first game of the season. Colorado is 1 game in, and they are 1-0 after a 10-7 victory over Vancouver last weekend, but they forced a turnover here, and now they're going to have the ball for the first time here this afternoon.
Yeah, I think the big story, Brian, for both of these teams are new rosters. Each team has lost considerable personnel and scoring power. If you look at Colorado, they lost 6 players, or 4 of their top 6 scorers in the on the offense. So this is a new look offense for the Colorado Mammoth.
We've got a tripping call coming up here, a penalty, I believe against the Philadelphia Wings. It will be. And headed to the box here in the early goings is Eric Fennell. So we're going to get our first look at the Colorado power play. Here's another look at the penalty.
That's a takeaway earlier, but the penalty. Fennell is one of the new players on the Philadelphia Wings. Great pickup for Philadelphia. A little too aggressive starting off this game. He's in the box for 2.
Power play underway here for Colorado. Quick shot, blocked down in front, never made it into Nick Demuth, the starter here for the Wings today. And the Wings trying to counter here in a shorthanded situation. But they're going to be knocked off the ball, and now a scrum for it ensuing in the Colorado end with time ticking off the power play.
So they're going to shoot Brennan O'Neill from the front door on the short man. He had 3 shorthanded goals last year. So here's the power play. Here's Colorado, 34% last year. Penalty kick 48 for the Wings. Wings are primarily bringing back their same defense. A lot of big bodies in front of Nick Demuth.
And Demuth able to snuff that one out and get some help to pick up the rebound. So far, so good for the Wings here on the penalty kill. And they'll try to eat some time off the clock here in the early goings of the first quarter of this new season for the Philadelphia Wings.
There's a new face right there, number 21, Dalton Young, a second-year player. Coaches are really looking forward to seeing his game. He's teamed up on that right-hand side with Sam LeClaire, Phil Caputo, and then Joe Rezaterets.
Dalton Young got into the 3 games at the end of last season, including one here against Georgia where he had a 5-point contest. And now he's going to have a bigger opportunity again with some of the departures on offense here for Philadelphia. Big over-the-top shot stopped by Nick Demuth. And he's got 3 consecutive stops here on this power play, which has 17 seconds remaining in it. Here's Liam Patton, the veteran, on the near side. He'll hand it off, and Joe Rezaterets is going to eat some more time here with 15 on the shot clock. Rezaterets, again, just biding his time. And now he'll take a long one with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. That is turned aside by Dylan Ward, the veteran goaltender here today for the Colorado Mammoth.
And Dylan Ward will be a story, the 6'5", 210-pounder, one of the best goalies in the National Lacrosse League. He fills a lot of net. He's starting off with a great save.
That was a nice defensive stop there by the Wings, a block right off the hop. I think that was Isaiah Davis Allen. He was having Messenger actually with that block.
Great swarming defense. One of the things that the Ian Rubel, the head coach of the Wings, wants to concentrate on is not giving up second chance opportunities on one 30-second shot clock. Get the ball if it's on the ground and push it the other way. No second and third chance opportunities. They were last in the league in that last year.
Dustin Burkhoff was just out on the floor. He's a new face making his Wings and NLL debut here this afternoon. And now Philadelphia back to full strength, looking for their first shot on goal, and they get one there in on Ward, who turns it aside.
Like the aggressive take by O'Neill. Fennell is going to try to work as hard as he can to get O'Neill open, and his big body needs to take it to the goal as much as he can.
Here's Will Malcolm, number 4. Dishes it down low, and a shot wide of the net as the Wings getting physical in front. Malcolm gets it back. Malcolm dishes it off. Now out in front, a shot whistled wide of the net. That was out of the stick of Ryan Lee, the other offensive weapon that's really been carrying the mail here for the Mammoth so far this season. Here's Dalton Young. Young comes out in front, dishes it off, a shot, they score! And the first goal of the season for the Philadelphia Wings goes to Eric Fennell. It's 1-0.
Welcome to Philadelphia, Eric Fennell. What a great debut. First shot, goal, Eric Fennell. Gotta love it. Just a great ball movement by Philadelphia. Look at this nice, strong offensive move by Dalton Young. Draws the defender. Fennell sets his feet. Bounce shot. Goal. Again, look at the way it's set up. Defender, little flip to Fennell. Finds that lower corner. Eric Fennell on the board for the Philadelphia Wings.
Fennell missed the entire season 2 years ago with a torn ACL and worked his way back. He played 14 games last year for Albany and Ottawa. 25 points and now trying to continue getting back to where he was before the injuries. Off to a great start here with the Wings' first goal.
Great way to start it off for Fennell. I mean, what the coaches are saying, that he's one of those selfless guys. He's going to work hard with the up picks, with the seal picks, to get O'Neill open so he can be a threat with his shots all the time. And it's a bonus that he can add a goal to the scores column.
Dalton Young with a bid a moment ago, and that's snuffed out by Dylan Ward. Colorado looking for an equalizer here. Scott, it looks like every possession so far has started in the stick of Will Malcolm.
And it does, no question about it. And what I said earlier with this offense right here for Colorado, they lost 6 of their offensive players. When we're talking about the Wings losing 111 points with Mitch Jones, the Colorado Mammoth lost 231 points with the losses of Eli McLaughlin, Connor Robinson, Connor Kelly, Zed Williams, Tyson Gibson. That's the majority of their offense. So they're really starting from scratch now, and Will Malcolm's leading them.
Joe Reziteritz with a bid turned aside by Ward.
One thing to note for Colorado today is they are without Andrew Q, who was picked up, the offensive threat for Colorado, to replace the scoring for some of the departures, but Q's not in the lineup today.
You see there the injuries for Colorado today. Ari Stevens is in the lineup, but Q and Brett Craig unable to go today. As a long shot in at the end of the shot clock is picked up by Nick Damu.
Q had a great game last week. He had 2 goals and 5 assists for 7 points, and they lose him today.
Yeah, Andrew Q's got 43 points in 10 games against Philadelphia in his career, so they're not missing him today. Scott Dominy's still working his way back from that knee injury last year. And the other young phenom that the Wings are hoping to get some points out of this year, Michael Sowers, is a little bit banged up as well. He's out of the lineup today.
They're out of the lineup today, but both of those players will be back and will provide some great energy for the Philadelphia Wings. Dominy with the loose balls, Sowers with some exciting offense. One of the things that, talking to both coaches, with all these changes that we're talking about and the new players in the lineup, they don't know what to expect right now with both their guys. They've got their seasoned veterans, but they're trying to still sync themselves up on offense.
Here's Sam LeClaire, left side to Joe Reziteritz, tried to go out in front. That one did not come cleanly to Fennell. Now dropped off Reziteritz, and that one went wide. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor with 7:32 left to go here in this first quarter at Xfinity Mobile Arena. The Philadelphia Wings have the early 1-0 lead.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unboxed Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unboxed Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here. A battle ignites in Oshawa.
No, he didn't!
Warriors.
Oh,
Fire. The weekend starts here.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. Philadelphia Wings up early 1-0, and head coach Ian Rubel with a bit of a different group to work with this year, Scott.
Yes, he has. I mean, we talked about the open, so they lose Mitch Jones and his 111 points, but they've also lost some key defensive players. Mitch DeStube, one of them went to Buffalo. I think he'll probably be the defensive player of the year this year. Connor Sellers, Tony Malcolm, and Shane Simpson on the defense, but pick up Fennell, and then Brian Cameron, a second-year offensive player with a great outside shot. So there's going to be some great upside to him in the lineup as he learns the pick-and-roll game for the Philadelphia Wings.
And so much of the offense went through Mitch Jones last year, but in the offseason, a change coming. He goes to Las Vegas, signs a 3-year deal there. And again, the Wings, didn't go out and get a big name offensively, kind of like Colorado did, which they went out and got Andrew Q to trying to fill some holes. But the Wings think their young players are ready for the task.
Absolutely. One thing Ian Rubel said is he likes the makeup of this team. There's not really any superstars. There's a lot of unknowns and young guys that are trying to make names for themselves. Sure, you've got Joe Rezaterets and Blaze Reardon and Brennan O'Neill, but the other guys are trying to leave their mark on the National Lacrosse League, which Eric Fennell just put a point on the board, making his name known in Philly.
Wings with 7 to shoot. There's a bid that off the stick of Brennan O'Neill that was turned aside by Ward, and a battle for it on the end boards. Wings come away with it. Pass out, top, missed its intended target, but it comes to O'Neill. He faked the shot, now turned and tried to shoot as he fell, but that hit a Colorado leg and went out of play. It'll be Wings ball. Yeah, we were talking to Pat Coyle this week, head coach of the Colorado Mammoth. He said, well, we don't know what Brennan O'Neill's going to look like without Mitch Jones out there. And we're like, yeah, neither do we. About to find out.
Yeah, we are. And the other thing with the offense with the ball and Joe Rezaterets' stick right there, taking that shot. Joe Rezaterets probably hasn't seen a shot that he doesn't like, but what Coach Ian Rubel wants out of Brennan O'Neill is to shoot the ball more. So he's got a full green light on that left side to let that ball fly.
Mammoth have had the upper hand in this series, including a win last March, 10-8.
Great defense right there. Messenger puts the Colorado offensive player on his can.
The crowd appreciated that here at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Yeah, back in that 10-8 win. Here's a chance down low and a goal for Joe Rezaterets. Great pick and roll play there. Joe Rezaterets gets one down low, and it's 2-0.
Joe Rezaterets, the 3rd leading scorer in the National Lacrosse League last year, kicks off right again. First goal of the season. You can't get 122 without getting one. So here he is, Joe Rez coming through. Great pick, gets dirty, drops one in. Sam LeClaire puts one right in front of his stick, comes across the crease, jams it in. Joe Rez, his first goal of the season.
It's pretty effective last year against these Colorado Mammoth. And the Wings looking at him again here to get him going.
We talked about Joe Rezaterets is in his 15th season in professional lacrosse, one of the all-time American scorer in the league. He's coming to the season in his best shape ever. Last year we thought he was in great shape. The coach said he came in better shape this year, leading the sprints in every drill. Joe Rez delivers the Wings' second goal of the night.
Thomas Villa fires one off the goal post. Loose ball at midfield, and a collision will send that loose ball over to the right side. Colorado close to an early substitution there, but they're going to let it go as the battle continues. Isaiah Davis-Allen comes out with it, and he'll dish it out of trouble.
Swarming defense, love it for Philadelphia. Liam Patton starts it off with the big hit. Isaiah Davis-Allen and Ian and Eric, Alex Pace right there.
And we have a timeout on the floor here with 4:49 left to go in this first quarter of action. Philadelphia Wings with a 2-0 lead, but it's been their defense shutting down Colorado. It's been the story so far. Back with more in just a moment. The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by STX Lacrosse and Nike Lacrosse, the official. The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by STX Lacrosse and Nike Lacrosse, the official equipment providers of the NLL. By TFL Sports. Collect the stars of the National Lacrosse League with officially licensed trading cards and sticker albums. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL. Back here to South Philadelphia, where the Wings have a 2-0 lead over the Colorado Mammoth here in the first quarter. But Scott, for me, it's been the defense for the Philadelphia Wings that has been the story so far.
I would agree, Brian. I mean, it's just great swarming defense. The defense is the veteran part of the Philadelphia Wings. A lot of guys that know what they're doing, a lot of guys that feel comfortable with the defensive set, and they're playing fearless right now on the defensive end.
The NLL on ESPN is back as Connor Fields and the Rochester Nighthawks head west for a showdown with the San Diego Seals. Don't miss any of the action tomorrow at 5 Eastern, only on ESPN2. Another stop for the Wings a moment ago.
Yep, as you look at this new offensive setup for the Philadelphia Wings, what they're really looking for, Tracy Kaluski, the offensive coordinator, is looking for just fast, exciting, up and down play, as Colorado's trying to answer the same thing right here.
Here's Tim Edwards with an opportunity, but he ends up running out of time, and Isaiah Davis-Allen chases him back toward midfield, where Thomas Viello will pick it up. And they'll get it again to Will Malcolm. Malcolm, oh, we got a moving pick there. It's going to get the ball back to Philadelphia, and they're quickly up the floor as Mitch Armstrong wanted to try to catch Colorado before they got on the field, but he'll pull back, and here's Dalton Young on the left side. Young double teamed, trying to get through it. He does. Young shoots, save made by Ward, and the rebound will be picked up by Colorado, but a great effort there by Dalton Young to get to the net.
Great effort, that's for sure. Trying to shut him off with a double team. He splits the two, gets a high percentage shot. Great save by Dylan Ward.
Oh, there's a big hit laid on in front of the Wings bench. That was Phil Caputo coming out of nowhere. And now here come the Wings the other way. Alex Pace with a shot. And that one stopped by Ward. He got just enough to send it wide.
Great presence of mind by Dalton Young to pull the defender out, drop it back for Pace. The defender had a shot. Great save by Ward.
Under 3 minutes of play here in the first quarter. Season opener for the Philadelphia Wings after having bye weeks the first 2 weeks of the season, as Nick Damude shoulders one to his defense. Here's the new captain, Chris Corbeil, moving it ahead to Isaiah Davis-Allen.
And as you mentioned, Corbeil, new captain, he's the guy that's got the C. He's a leader of leaders, a captain of captains. Just really stood out amongst the ranks to lead this Philadelphia Wings team in 25 and 26. And welcome to the Captain's Club, Chris Corbeil.
Ran the same play they ran a moment ago, just backwards, as Rezateric tried to feed LeClaire. That was stopped. Colorado coming back the other way. Chalster puts it left side. Now Colorado will finally try attacking the net from the left side of the floor as Lee puts it in front. Here's a chance. Shot wide of the net. Looks like Damude did get a piece of that, but the Wings will pick it up. Yeah, Blaze Reardon is still here. Just to clear up any confusion. He's still here. He's injured to start the season. But the Wings making a change in that regard. Here's a turnover, and quickly coming the other way is Colorado, looking for their first goal. Oh, what a save made by Nick Damude as Robert Hope, the captain of the Mammoth, came charging in. Damude keeps it out.
And staying on that, Brian, Blaze Reardon was a captain last year, but, you know, supporting Nick Damude, there he is. 78% save percentage to finish the season last year. Coach Ian Rubel thinks that they've got two of the best tandem of goaltenders in the league, with Deacon not sitting behind Damude, but Damude had a great training camp and earned the starting spot today for the Philadelphia Wings.
Yeah, Deacon not got a start late last year as the Wings tried to right the ship a little bit. Both of these teams did not have a great second half of the year last year, both trying to redeem themselves a little bit. And there's another stop by Damude, sending the Wings going the other way. Wings had that 8-game losing streak that kind of slowed their hot start. And then after Colorado came here last year, they won, went to 8-5. They lost their last 5 games of the year and also missed the playoffs.
Yeah, terrible skid for Colorado to finish the season last year. 5 in a row hurts. But there's your first goal by Will Malcolm.
Will Malcolm looking off a man coming down the center there. Damude had that post sealed, but then Malcolm with the pump fake sent Damude going the other way, and Colorado on the board here with 31 seconds left in the quarter.
He adds a goal to his leading totals. That's 7 on the season. We talked about how quick he is. Look at this little quick, great up pick for one. Seals off Isaiah Davis-Allen. Look at that pick, great little bee sting pick. Instead of dishing it, he shoots it, scores. Will Malcolm, Colorado on the board.
Malcolm with the sock trick in the last timeout for Colorado. In fact, in that game, he took over late. It was in the third quarter when he scored 3 goals in a row to blow things open.
And he's only in his 4th year. He's taken on this league by storm. Saw those point totals already in his 4 years.
So Colorado got possession off the faceoff, called their timeout. They'll set up for a final play here in the first quarter. Yeah, Malcolm, you know, he started his year with Colorado, and he went away for a couple of years in the expansion draft to Panther City. He comes back. Now he's the anchor of this offense, which again has a lot of new faces to it.
Yes, they do. So we talked about the losses, all those guys that they lost on the right-hand side, but the new arrivals, Andrew Q, again, a guy that scored over 100 points, averaged 6.6 points per game a few years ago for Georgia. Braden Saris, still in McIntosh, Connor Knock on the defensive side. These are guys that can bring in some scoring to the Colorado offense. And you look at Pat Coyle and the offensive coordinator trying to get these guys going.
Couple of high draft picks in this lineup too, including Braden Saris, who was the 5th overall pick. And you'd see there the you know, just the bumpy end they had to last season when they won here in Philadelphia in the middle of March, and you know, they weren't able to finish it off. They lost their last 5, and you know, this is a Colorado team with a lot of history and some pretty high standards, as Pat Coyle kind of expressed to us this week, that they're trying to get back to this year.
Yep. And we talk a lot about Will Malcolm. Well, the guy with the ball on the stick right there, Ryan Lee, is also one of the top players for this Colorado team. He's the quarterback. Little fisticuffs on the left-hand side here. Looks like Mitch Armstrong got into it with Will Malcolm, and they're going to go to the... Someone's going to the box
It's Will Malcolm going to the box for holding. There was a bunch of stuff going on off the ball. And they got a holding the stick call on Will Malcolm out of all that.
Mitch Armstrong was getting under his skin a little bit.
Yep.
Irritated him. He retaliated. Will Malcolm in the box.
So not a lot of time here to work with. As you see it there, the pushing and shoving that was happening off the ball, and Malcolm, or rather Armstrong's stick ends up in the corner. And that's where the penalty comes from. So the Wings with 6.7 seconds left, they're going to get the ball in the offensive end. See how quickly they can come up with something here.
All right, here's the new look power play for the Philadelphia Wings. It used to be the Mitch Jones show. Now it's going to be Brennan O'Neill at the point. Really didn't have much time to do anything there.
Yeah, he was going to take one big strip to the one big shot to the net, but he rolled off a pick and ran right into a defender, and that was pretty much that. But a great start for the Philadelphia Wings. Colorado Mammoth come on late and get on the board, and we head to the quarter break with a 2-1 Philadelphia lead.
Continued growth. For exclusive discounts in hundreds of hotels across North America, head to hotelplanner.com.
Welcome back to Xfinity Mobile Arena, where it's 2-1 Philadelphia over Colorado as the start of the second quarter comes close. The NLL returns to Edmonton as Lyle Thompson and the Swarm host the Roughnecks for the league's second annual NLL Unboxed Series event. Head to Ticketmaster.ca to get your tickets now. Well, Scotty and Rubel again with a little bit of a different group to work with here as they try to bounce back from what started out as a great season but didn't end up as one.
That's for sure. We're talking about a 5-game losing skid for Colorado. How about an 8-game losing skid for Philadelphia Wings? That's why they shook some things up on this roster. Brendan O'Neill, again, was runner-up for Rookie of the Year, made the all-rookie team. Coach wants to go young, he wants to go fast, he wants to go aggressive, and I think that they've got that roster right here. It's more of a veteran defense, if you see Liam Patton picking up that ball. So change is good at times. I think after ending a season like that, Mark Zamber and the general manager need to make some change.
Wings power play ended up at 49% last year, 4th in the NLL, but they were lights out to start the season. They were over 70% at one point in the early goings during that 5-2 start. And they're hoping for a similar start here this year as Brendan O'Neill's bid stopped by Ward to get a fresh 30 to work with here on this power play. O'Neill with another shot and a save made by Ward, and this loose ball will be picked up by Colorado. So you see there that Brendan O'Neill is going to be running the point here on the power play, at least to start, it looks like.
And they were so effective last year with Mitch Jones, Reseter, it's Brendan O'Neill. So now it's O'Neill's show, all new personnel, but great shooters. You can see how creative offensive coordinator Tracy Koloski gets with his offensive plays on that power play. See if they can produce some goals with the extra man.
Decent short-handed bid there for the Mammoth. Damoud stops it, and Pat Foley is going to hand it off. Here is Eric Fennell.
Still in the power play, your lefty shooters, Fennell. Young, there's...
Landon Sinfield is out there,
sorry, Sinfield.
29, a new addition to the roster. Puts it out in front, a shot kept out somehow by Dylan Ward. He didn't seem too sure of that one.
Great play by Phil Caputo. Handled it in front, got that shot off, looked like it almost went in, but Ward was quick enough to grab it before it crossed the line.
And Will Malcolm now out of the box, so the penalty time is up. And he's gonna take the ball and get things started here with a short clock, 16 to shoot. Malcolm coming from the right side, thought about a dish but kept it. And now he'll hand it off. Worked around, here's Ben McDonald. McDonald in traffic, put it behind the net, dunk attempt is in! Oh, wow. A pretty one there for Jalen Chaster. From behind the net, he fakes Damoud, got him going the other way, comes back around and ties the score.
Beautiful goal. Chaster with his first of the season puts it in from behind. Let's watch how this sets up right here. McDonald up top. Look at Chaser right from behind. Little fake to the left, dives back to the right, dunks it from behind. What an outstanding play right here. Again, fakes Damoud, thinks he's going to get to that near post. No, he can't. Dunk, goal, tie ball game, 2-2.
And Jalen Chaster, a fifth-year player, all with Colorado. He is up on offense today because of the absence of Andrew Q.
And he's delivered. He had 1 goal last year in the entire season for Colorado with 5 assists, 6 points. Right there, he starts the season off with a highlight reel goal for Chaster. Well done.
Yeah, we got the lineups, and Colorado only had 6 listed forwards. We weren't sure who the 7th guy was going to be to jump up there. It has been Jalen Chaster here in the early goings. And he cashes in to tie this one up at 2. So here's Brendan O'Neill getting things started. He'll send it off to the left side, and Reseter's coming out of the corner, looking for a lane. He's going to hold. He's going to dive back to his left. Now gets the shot away, and Ward able to contain that rebound. He'll move it quickly up the floor. This is Jordan Gillis waiting for the offense to come out, and now he'll dish it off. Lee sending it off to the middle for Dylan McIntosh. McIntosh challenged by Corbeil. Back off to Lee. To the right side, Malcolm bounces one wide of the net. Long rebound will come to Philadelphia. Head of steam picked up by Liam Patton. Oh, he didn't catch it cleanly. And it's whistled down as an over and back that'll give it to Philadelphia. We'll take it. So here is Sinfield. He's a rookie that was drafted by Toronto, didn't play there last year, and then the Wings signed him to a 3-year deal here in the offseason. Shot by Rezatera, it's blocked off the stick. He gets the rebound. Now plays it back off. Fennell's shot is stopped. Rebound out in front. Rezatera is there. There's a dog pile. We don't know where the ball is at the moment. Now it's dug free, and it's Robert Hope, the captain, picking it up for the Colorado Mammoth. Here's Hess around a man. Couldn't quite. Foley tried to slow him down. He got the shot away, though, and it's stopped by Damoud. Wings will come out of the corner with the ball.
Great loose ball by Wagner, the veteran assistant captain this year, pushing up the messenger.
And he'll dish it off to Sam LeClaire. Now putting it into the left side corner. Comes back out to O'Neal. O'Neal with a shot. He scores! Brendan O'Neal through the legs of Dylan Ward. The Wings back up by 1 at 3-2.
All right, Brendan O'Neal on the board with a blast from outside. This young man is probably one of the most exciting pro lacrosse players in the world today. He's known for having one of the best shots in the game, and all the Wings want him to do is shoot more. That's what the coaches asked of him. Well, coach, I will take it and rip it. And there he does. He rips one from outside, long and away, finds the back of the net. Great shot by Brendan O'Neal. Again, we talked about it. This is his left side, all-rookie team in his second year, getting smarter, learning every game. He kind of was under Mitch Jones's wing last season, kind of got the tutorial for Mitch Jones. Now he's on his own. Fly from the nest, Brendan O'Neal. Great start to the 25-26 season.
And don't look now, but Sam LeClaire has assisted on all 3 goals so far here today. So he's getting a bigger slice of the pie as well. Here comes Will Malcolm. Wings trying to keep him to the outside. Behind the net, he dished it out in front, but to nobody in particular. And coming up the floor is Liam Patton. He's got a step. Patton shoots, hit the goalpost. Liam Patton that close. And the Mammoth will recover and retake possession down into the Philadelphia end.
Great play by Patton. The pipe is your friend when you're a goaltender.
McDonald fires one low. Damoud down there to snuff it out. Back and forth action here in this second quarter. Coming up on 9 minutes to halftime. And again, it's been a bit of a stingy game so far. Wings 3-2. Sinfield scores! Landon Sinfield, his first NLL goal, as he comes off the screen and beats Ward low. It's 4-2 Philadelphia.
Way to let it rip, rookie. Another welcome to Philadelphia. Landon Sinfield sets his feet from behind. A lot of action in front of him, comes strong left, sets his feet, lets it rip, beats Dylan Ward for the goal. First goal of his career. Well done, rookie. Welcome to Philadelphia, Landon Sinfield. Coaches have been really high on him. They love his mid-range shot, and he just delivered with it for his first career goal.
And also with his first point at the moment anyway is Dustin Burkhoff. Credited with an assist on that goal. Sometimes those things change, and we'll keep an eye on it, but a couple of young guys contributing early, and now here's Fennell jamming one down low. That's the time Ward keeps it out. And yeah, Dylan Ward is 6'5". Shooting down by his ankle seems like a good strategy.
Yep, that's for sure. Great pick and roll. I like that move right there. There's going to be a lot more of that to come. O'Neal and Fennell with a 2-man game. That worked perfect. Fennell's going to finish those in the future.
Liam Patton doing a great job to box guys out. Almost picked that up until he ran into his own man, unfortunately. But a great effort there by the veteran. And now Stevens fires one about 3 feet wide. That came back to Burkhoff, who drew a penalty there. Delayed call coming up against Colorado as a shot wide. Nice play there by Rezataritz to get that tough carom off the glass. Net is empty at the Philadelphia end on the delayed penalty. They're going to work it around and try to get something here before they can even go on the power play.
Dustin Burkhoff took one in the chops. That's going to be the penalty.
Wings tried to feed it out in front. It was knocked down, but on the pickup, the whistle's blown and the penalty call will come up here, and Philadelphia is going to get another opportunity here on the power play in this second quarter. Landon Sinfield will have a chance here to maybe find some more offense. Here's the call.
Call round number 32, minor penalty, illegal cross.
So for Landon Sinfield, a big moment here in this second quarter as he gets his first goal. And the Wings will be looking for more on the power play. They've got a 2-goal lead here in their opener.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here. A battle ignites in Oshawa.
No, he didn't!
Warriors.
Oh, what a move!
Fire. The weekend starts here.
Philadelphia Wings headed on the power play for the second time here in this second quarter. Zari Stevens is in the box for an illegal cross check. And the Wings with another opportunity here to add to this lead.
0 for 1 on the power play. Got Phil Caputo down low right. Eric Fennell down low left.
And up top, it's O'Neill running things out near the restraining line. Dishes it off, low shot is in! A power play goal. Philadelphia Wings up 5-2 now on the extra man tally from Joe Rezataritz.
Joe Rez thinks it's a goal for sure. It looks like it hit Dylan Ward. If anything, he took the ball back with him across the goal line, extended for the goal. The sniper, Joe Rez, puts it in the corner. Ward's coming back. The call on the floor is
Automatic to subject review.
So it sounds like one referee had it in the net and one did not. And here in Philadelphia, anyway, we're going to get our first use of a new video replay system this year that's in action. We'll take a look here at our own video replay system.
all right. So we can see right there, it crosses the goal line low. Right, the other angle is better. The angle from behind is better. Right before Dylan Ward falls into the net, you can see that ball cross goal line extended. Can we see it drop there? I think it's the other one from behind the net.
Well, this year the officials here in the NLL have a new cloud-based replay system to work with. It used to be that you had to get on the phone and talk to the folks here in the building or the folks here on our television broadcast and get the video sources played for them that they wanted, but now they've got control of everything, and the benches also have access to the same video sources. So gone are the days where the coaches have to look at the scoreboard to see if they want to throw a challenge flag. Yeah. This is an automatic review. There was no challenge flag because we had conflicting calls, but you get our first look in action. You can kind of see over the shoulder there. We all love watching over the shoulder of the referees as they do this. You can see all the different angles that they can control. Oh, they can zoom. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
but the
pretty
thing is,
fancy.
as you see, that it's high technology. There's
Yep.
8 different camera angles right now that they're looking at.
And Pat Coyle and Eden Rubel, our coaches here today, are anxiously waiting the outcome of this. There still is quite a bit of power play time left here if the Wings are not successful on this being a goal. As it's,
So one of the things that talking to Coach Ian Rubel about this new technology and whether he's going to be able to look at it behind the bench, he said he's not. He's passed it on to Rob Taylor, his assistant coach. He's going to be in charge of challenging any goals or telling Rubel whether to throw the red challenge flag.
Yeah, and again, in the old system, you only had a couple of moments to throw a flag. We get another look here as the shot's going to come in low. And as we zoom over to the net, we're looking for a ball. You see the official on the right signaled for a new shot clock. There's a Wings player celebrating behind the net.
Here's your angle right here. This is the angle you need to see.
I'm not sure who that is behind the net, but they had a really
It's Phil
good look.
Caputo.
It's Phil
There's the
Caputo.
ball bouncing, crossing.
He's happy.
Yep, crossing, goal line extended, breaks the plane right as Dylan Ward sits on that ball. I think that's your angle. That's proof that that's a goal.
He's got his hands in the air before anybody else does. But they're taking a long look at this, and
there's Rob Taylor.
Rob Taylor.
Showing Coach E. Rubel.
He's sick of waiting. He wants to see it for himself. Here's the call. We've got a decision. Nope. He's getting boos from the crowd. Still getting boos. Nothing. It was on a moment ago. I'm not sure what happened. But they want to be able to tell everybody what's going on here. So they're going to get a working mic to do this.
Review.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all we need.
That's all I
A
needed.
couple of hands in the air.
Don't worry about the stinking microphone. Just put your arms in the air. That's a goal, folks.
Sometimes sign language is very effective. So a power play goal for Joe Rezaterets after some debate. Gives the Wings a 3-goal lead. It's 5-2.
Look at those points right there. We talked about in the Open, third in the NLL and scoring 122 points last year. He's the highest scoring American player ever. Incredible career, just a great shot from outside. One of the things he's trying to work on, and the coaches don't want him to do, is just shoot from outside all the time. He doesn't want to be as predictable. And another goal! Mike Messenger.
Right off the face-off. The Wings with 2 in quick succession, and it is now a 6-2 lead.
Well, it starts with face-offs, and Nick Roulette is delivering for the Philadelphia Wings. Great face-off, wins the loose ball. Mike Messenger, fake finish. Fakes high twice, buries it low right. Great goal by Mike Messenger.
And the fans happy here at Xfinity Mobile Arena as they saw 2 goals in 10 seconds.
I'm sorry, Evan Messenger. Evan Messenger, my apology, folks. Evan Messenger, 27. He had 2 goals, 4 assists last year. His first goal on the season for number 27, Evan Messenger.
And here is Robert Hope dishing it off to Malcolm as the Colorado Mammoth. They're going to look to try to quell the momentum here. Braden Saris, the rookie, to the right side for Malcolm. Malcolm steps around traffic, back out to Saris. He did not catch it before he tried to shoot it, and it's going to go out to center. Colorado swats it back down toward the Wings net, and yeah, that's not going to fly. The Wings are going to get the ball as Messenger will send it up the floor.
Evan Messenger, apologies for the name, but he gets on the board with he's a great defensive player, but he's got a great stick. The coaches love his D to O, pushing it from the back door to the front door, and he answers with a goal.
Wings looking to add to it here. The Messengers are related, by the way.
Yeah.
Mike is his cousin, plays here in the league. Colorado trying to get back on the offensive side of things as Lee sent it to the right side. Malcolm puts one toward the net. That was wide, and it's going to ricochet out of play, so it's going to be Philadelphia ball going the other way with under 6 to play here in the second quarter.
Pat Foley, new face for the Philadelphia Wings, pushing the ball up the floor.
Here is Fennell firing one low and wide. It's going to come back out to Sinfield, and he will put this to the left side. Wings got a fresh shot clock, so Ward got a piece of that. Here is Fennell. Fennell coming up top, dishes it off. A shot whistles wide. Fennell got it back. Shot save made by Ward, and no rebound. Great effort there by Eric Fennell to get that with one hand.
Yeah, like the second chance opportunity, snags it with one hand extended.
Oh, and he forced a turnover. The Wings do force a turnover, as that's a great defensive play, and they continue to try to work it up the floor. That was the rookie Burkhoff with a good effort there on the near wall.
Yeah, Dustin Burkhoff showing his strength and power. They've been talking about his size and strength. 6'3", 215, just running through checks right there.
Here's O'Neal looking to shoot. Doesn't find a lane, dishes it off left side, but the pass awry. Comes back though, Sinfield with shot time expiring, fired it wide off the end boards. And the ensuing shot clock violation will give the ball back to Colorado when we come back. Philadelphia Wings with a great second quarter, though. They've opened up a 4-goal lead here at 6-2. 6-2 Philadelphia Wings with the lead here in the second quarter. Coming up next on the game halftime, Mary will talk to the star of the first half. NLL Wired spotlights Ottawa's Connor Kiernan, plus first half analysis and more coming up on the game halftime. And we'll go downstairs now to our Mary McGinnis, who is in touch with the associate head coach, Tracy Koluski.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed being down here in between the benches is that during the timeouts, there's a lot of communication with the offense. And Tracy Koluski drawing up plays and really communicating to the players. So many of these are new, young guys, so really emphasizing where he wants the ball to go. And right before the Sinfield goal, he showed on the diagram, Eric Fennell pointed out exactly where he wanted Fennell to be in Sinfield, and really showing him how to set picks and just all the things that he'll learn as he plays more time here in this game.
Tracy Koluski's a ball of energy down there, isn't he, Scott? Right now he's up on the bench, urging things on here as the Wings start this defensive possession.
Yes, he is. Well, Sinfield, they're really high on him as a young rookie, and he's already got his first career goal, so great to see his debut in Philadelphia.
Here's Malcolm up top, trying to get through traffic. Off to Ben McDonald. McDonald in front for Lee, put it off the bar. And now we've got a whistle and we've got a penalty coming up. There was a battle with Lee in front, and our referee down here on the left was trying to signal too many things at one time, I think.
It looked like it went in. I don't know if I saw a goal being...
Philadelphia number 8, minor penalty holding.
Well, there was a delayed penalty call, right? So one arm's already up, and then it's a new shot clock, so the other arm went up.
Right.
I thought the same thing. I thought that was in, but then the other arm came down for the penalty call, and it's Patrick Foley going to the box. Yeah, you only have two arms, and we have to signal three things at one time.
Right.
I don't know, if to take a shoe off. I don't know what you're going to do, but...
But that clanged at the upper corner. It looked like a shot that rattled two-poster and went down, but
might be
Foley
getting
was,
a review here.
was getting the wrap.
Goal.
They are going to challenge it, I believe, is what the message was there. Pat Foley, or rather, Pat Coyle is going to ask the referees to check this one to see if it did indeed go in the net.
Colorado player in front of the net turns to take the shot. Foley kind of bear hugs him. Let's take a look at it. Here's Foley draped all over his back. Ryan Lee right in front flips it. I mean, it could be in the crease already, but it looked like it was a double poster. Not a great angle from right there to see whether that ball went in or not.
And the call on the floor was no goal. That's important to note because they need evidence that it did indeed cross the line in order to overturn it. We'll take a look here at the cameras in the ceiling, see if what this can tell us. Here's the shot.
Well, it's clearly in the crease already. You see that?
There's the bar.
Yep.
The bounce is over the line, but this has happened here before where that still didn't necessarily count as a goal.
But it will take it back a little bit further. Watch this, his right foot, his plant foot is right in the crease. You're going to see it.
Right there. The ball's not over the line yet at that point. So here's my question to you. Maybe you know this. If they call this a goal, does Ian Rubel then have to challenge that?
Good question. I think it's his left plant foot. If we keep going back a little bit more, you can see that left plant foot right before he releases. His foot is in the crease. That's no goal.
And as you can see, you saw in that overhead, that's not a direct over bar down to the line shot. And we had a situation here last year. Right? It's almost the exact same angle. Hit the bar, went down, spun out, but it was still not conclusively ruled a goal because that's not exactly a direct look. So we'll see where they come up with here. This is going to take, again, another round of looking at everything they've got here. And Pat Coyle pacing here again, hoping to come out on the good side of this one. So far, the Wings have had the better luck in these situations.
Yep, he's happy to challenge it. Take your time, refs. I want to make sure that that's a goal. Pat Coyle's the assistant general manager and the head coach. He's had a great career back in the day.
Well, again, this is the first game of the year for the Philadelphia Wings in this new season, and the StubHub NLL face-off happening here today. Later on this year, a bunch of neat things coming up. Another NLL Unboxed event in Edmonton, Calgary, and Georgia. March to May will begin in week 14, and then the playoffs getting underway in late April as the flowers start to bloom. We've got a decision
After review,
here.
we have a good goal on the floor. The penalty's waved out.
Okay, so that's a good goal. Now, do the Philadelphia Wings come out and say there was a foot in the crease?
Now they can, well, maybe he can challenge it. His foot was in the crease.
I would think that you could do that, but again, they'd have to make that decision, and it doesn't look like they're going to. So we'll put a goal on the board. Let's go downstairs to our Mary McGinnis, who's right in the middle of all this.
Yeah, the ref did tell everyone over on the Wings bench that he was clear of the crease, so they did determine that.
Well, at least they saved him the trouble.
All right, so I'm wrong again. Sorry, folks.
That's early. We didn't get a training camp, Scott. So here comes Alex Pace down the right side. He's been here since season number 1. He joined midstream that year and is part of the leadership group here now. And right now he's headed toward the net. Here's Alex Pace with a shot, and it went just wide as Dylan Ward lifted all those shoulders up high to seal off those corners. So Lee, with that third goal of the night for Colorado, closes it to a 3-goal gap. That was a power play goal. It was a quick stick shot, whistled wide of the net.
And I didn't think, Lee would be that quiet so far tonight. He was the leading scorer for the Colorado Mammoth last year with 95 points, 36 goals, 59 assists. Ryan Lee's the quarterback of the Colorado Mammoth. He got a good one right there.
I misspoke. That was not a power play goal. The penalty was waved off after the ball went in because it happened a couple of seconds before. Here's Fennell, checked off the ball. 11 to shoot as the Wings try to get the offense reset. Here's O'Neal, 7 on the shot clock. O'Neal over the top, save made by Ward, and he'll settle things down. Under 3 to go here in this second quarter. It's been a pretty good game so far. A little bit of everything here this afternoon between the Philadelphia Wings and the Colorado Mammoth. And the home crowd happy with the start as the Wings have a 27-17 advantage in shots on goal in this one. McDonald shuffling up high for Malcolm. He'll bounce one in from distance. Damoud eats that up, and a long pass ahead to Evan Messenger. Here's Messenger, feeds it left side. That is LeClaire over there in that left wing corner. Off to Sinfield, rather that was Caputo. And now off to the left of this crease. Double team on Dalton Young results in a turnover. And it'll be Colorado coming up the floor.
Good defense by Colorado. Double, triple teaming Young, get that turnover.
Malcolm with some space, but he fired it wide. Long rebound is going to end up all the way back out at center. And now here's Colorado with another bid. That one's gobbled up by Damoud, and he traps it with the pad. Wings looking to head into the locker room with some momentum here. They've had a great start defensively and offensively in this one. And they got a minute 17 here to try to add to this lead. Here's Fennell. Bounces off a defender. Tried to cut to the net, spins back, now shoots, he scores! Eric Fennell squeaks it through. And the lead back to 4 for Philadelphia. It's 7-3.
What a great individual effort by Eric Fennell. Just would not be denied. Second goal of the game, he just kept backing his defender to the goal. It's one-on-one. If you're going to cover me one-on-one, I'm going to take it to the goal and I'm going to let it go. Little stumble by the defender, drops it 5-hole, beats Dylan Ward inside. Look at the strength, power. The release gets to a strong hand, overhand shot, buries it low. Second of the night for number 43, Eric Fennell.
Minute 4 left in the quarter is the face-off. It's going to come way down into the Philadelphia end where they'll pick it up.
Now, one note on this face-off, Nick Rollette's doing his job today, but the face-off dot. Colorado won 80% last weekend against Vancouver. So what a difference a week makes. Philadelphia's getting possession after every goal.
Oh, that was a great chance there for Thomas Vela, but he didn't catch the pass cleanly. And the Wings will come the other way. Nick Rollette unofficially 7 for 12 here in this first half. As we get some pushing and shoving there, Ryan Wagner in the middle of everything. Wings were a great first half team at home at the end of last year. You saw the stat there, out shooting teams 15-5 in that stretch. So we had a timeout called here, and the last possession being planned out here for late in the second quarter.
Yeah, and you're seeing both of these teams we talked about in the open. These are two new, fresh rosters. New, young wheels, athletic, fast, aggressive. That's the kind of lacrosse you're seeing. The defense is playing confidence in front of Dylan Ward right there, the Colorado goaltender, 6'5", 250. Here's Tracy Kaluski right there talking to his offensive players. This is something they like to do, is take a timeout late in the game, try to set up the offense. They may pull the goalie, it might be a little too soon, but try to get maybe a dunk from behind. But Tracy Kaluski right there is drawing up X's and O's to see if the Wings get one more before halftime.
Congratulations to Pope Leo, who was named the Blacks Lacrosse Guy of the Year, confirmed lacrosse guy. He visited Villanova and was pictured with a Villanova women's lacrosse shirt next to him during that visit. And because of that, he's named the Lacrosse Guy of the Year by the Lacrosse Network.
Love it.
So,
Villanova grad, Pope Leo. Go Cats.
And Scott, with his Villanova connections, I'm sure has Pope on speed dial, right?
Right. Father Rob's our connection right there. Hopefully Father Rob's watching at home at Villanova.
Villanova women's lacrosse on the map with that visit. They're getting ready to get a season underway here after the holidays are over. So a final possession here for Philadelphia. Let's see what they can do. It's Brendan O'Neill coming up top. Fires all just wide. Didn't miss that one by much. Long rebound out near center. And they're going to stop the clock with 2.8 seconds left. Colorado picks it up on the soft whistle. They're not going to get a shot away. What a defensive effort
Mitch
there
Armstrong,
at the end.
Great job.
Oh, my goodness.
Close the door.
Mitch Armstrong made sure that Jalen Shaster never going to try that again. And he gets some pats there from his goaltender.
What a great way to finish the half. Number 6, Mitch Armstrong coming back healthy after injuries the last few years. Great defense to seal this first half.
So a great first half for the Philadelphia Wings. Colorado Mammoth looking to bounce back like they did last week. They had a great second half a week ago. This one far from over. We'll break down that first half coming up for you here in the game halftime. That's coming up next. Welcome back to Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia. It's halftime between the Mammoth Welcome back to Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia. It's halftime between the Mammoth and the Wings. This season, the NLL will bring you more NLL Wired content than ever before. For this edition, we put the microphone on Connor Kiernan of the Ottawa Black Bears during his Week 1 matchup with the Seals. Let's take a look.
Number 92, the new Connor Kiernan.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Come on, fellas, have a night. Have some fun. Have some fun.
It's not gonna be perfect. Let's outwork these guys for 60 minutes. Let's get our first W here. I love you guys. Here we go. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bears.
Got time. Middle, middle. Hey. Yeah. Fucking right, Magsy. You get the ball earlier. I'm gonna try to throw my guy in.
I'm gonna slow down and you slow. Okay.
Yeah! That's good take though. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're right in. When you get the ball, when we're coming up early, let's use that right away. Even when we're changing still. Yes, Higgy. Yes, Higgy. Come on, here we go, boys. You got one. Yeah! Yes!
Reach? Yeah, I thought he left early. Like, reach it? Yeah.
Reach it first, then you can go back, right? He's not going to respect the front side until you beat him first.
Okay.
I got laid.
Short, Diego? Who's low? You, obviously? Stay a little lower. I'm not like watching the whole time, so I kind of go to that corner. What's that? Stay like on the goal line? Just above it, a little higher than that. Tight to the crease? Yeah. No! Touch Robbie and on! Touch Robbie on! On! You get it early, I'm gonna throw my guy in. Hey, whoever's low, whoever has the ball low, lefties, I'm gonna throw my guy in. Let me go first ready. Maybe you get both of us. Sonny. Yeah, Sonny cut through on me as I was coming through. No, you take that all day.
No, I know, just pick it. Yeah, look at it drop. Look at it drop.
Good from what? Oh, well, I tried to shoot it, but I was trying to get rid of it, though. Is it fours? Fours? I cannot believe he stopped that.
Kiernan and the Black Bears return to action next Saturday in Las Vegas at 10 Eastern on ESPN+. After these messages, Scott rejoins me to break down the first half of play. This is the NLL on ESPN live from Philadelphia. Welcome back to Xfinity Mobile Arena here in South Philadelphia. Some early holiday cheer being spread, and cheer in general because the Wings have a 7-3 victory. This is the only home game of the month of December for the Philadelphia Wings, so they got to get it in early. Brian Smith, Scott Gabrielson here with you. And Scott, I think it's safe to say that's a pretty good start to the season for the Philadelphia Wings, but this Colorado team dangerous last week in the second half. They're ready to bounce back.
Yes, they are. I mean, really like what I'm seeing out of this new young Philadelphia Wings team. They've talked about it. Big 8-game losing streak last year. Now they're new, young, fresh legs, athletic. You're seeing it. Eric Fennell coming on, 2 goals so far in this early in this game. Really like the new personnel on offense. Joe Rezateris with a couple goals. Brendan O'Neill on the board. The Wings are playing very well. They're playing within themselves. Great aggressive defense, which is really making a difference, shutting down Will Malcolm. But as you said, Colorado's really tough, and it's a 60-minute game.
Now look at the highlights here from this first half, including 28 shots on goal for the Philadelphia Wings.
Well, it's really going to be all Philadelphia right here. Just great inside play. Little Dalton Young flip to Joe Rezateris and put him on the board. Young's got 4 assists. Then the big blast from outside by Brennan O'Neill, 34. Then it's Sinfield in his debut, rookie debut. Save that ball, folks. Give it to him. That's his first career National Lacrosse League goal. And then another great shot from outside. 4 goals right there. Rezateris 2, Fennell 2. Even Evan Messenger and Sinfield both have 1. Look at the stats: 12 assists, helpers. Everybody on offense is contributing, making things happen. The Wings are out hustling the Colorado Mammoth and loose balls with 34-31. Face-offs have been positive. The Wings have the better of the Colorado Mammoth in every category.
Well, it's a great start here again for the Philadelphia Wings in their first half of the season. Colorado poised for a comeback as the holiday cheer goes on here at Xfinity Mobile Arena. We've got second half action coming up for you here in just a few minutes as the Wings enjoy a 4-goal halftime lead. That didn't look legal.
From birthdays to anniversaries, Wings fans have a lot to celebrate. Look to the video board to see if your friends and family have a special message for you. And now it's time to welcome the groups in attendance at today's game.
Welcome back to the 2025 StubHub NLL Face-Off here in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Wings home opener and season opener at Xfinity Mobile Arena, and they're off to a good start. 7-3 lead here at halftime. Last night in the National Lacrosse League in Ottawa, the Black Bears come back. As Saskatchewan led 8-5 entering the fourth quarter, but Ottawa ripped off 6 unanswered goals in the final few minutes, led by 4 from Jeff Teat. And Ottawa wins this game 11-8. Jeff Teat with 9 points on the 11 Ottawa goals is a big comeback for the Black Bears. Starts off this week number 3 in the National Lacrosse League, which gets really busy tonight with a few big matchups, including one north of the border in Toronto.
Yeah, great matchups. Buffalo, Halifax, the defending 3-time world champs in Buffalo up there. They're just as good as they've ever been, so we'll see what happens there. So really good matchups, love it. The new Las Vegas Desert Dogs with Mitch Jones, Chris Clouchet, and Frazier down there. Joe Tsai has put together one heck of a team in Las Vegas. I'm going to say they're a team to watch this year. It's going to be exciting to see what they can put on the floor.
And then tomorrow, it's Rochester visiting San Diego. Big year for the Rochester Nighthawks as they've got some new ownership and some exciting things going on up there in that legendary NLL outpost. So a big week here in the NLL, big weekend. And the Philadelphia Wings hoping to punctuate that with a big one here in this home opener. But the Colorado Mammoth, again, a big turnaround last week in the second half. Vancouver was leading that game 4-3 early in the third quarter before Colorado fired off 5 goals in a row to turn that into an 8-4 lead. And that's definitely something the Philadelphia Wings are going to want to avoid here today.
And Dylan Ward in that game had 39 saves so far in this first half. He's got 21. As Coach Coyle has said, they really rely on Dylan Ward. As he goes, the Mammoth goes. So far, so good, but they're down a few. Dylan Ward's going to have to stand on his head a little bit more.
Just about set to go here in quarter number 3. Philadelphia Wings, Colorado Mammoth, and matinee action here at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Nick Rowlett coming out to take this face-off. He's been pretty solid so far for the Mammoth. They've got a new face-off man as well, and Matthew Pilato, a rookie that last played just up the street from here at Rutgers. Transferred there after some time at Union. And we have a little bit of a discussion here with our officials on the near side before we get things going here in this third quarter.
And Rowlett was a little bit banged up last year. He's in better shape now. He's done great. He's 7 of 12 so far on face-offs. So he's done quite well.
He pulls one away there to start this third quarter.
Third-year player to Michigan, Rowlett gets himself another face-off. Look at that. 4 injury after injury. Nick Rowlett's been having a heck of a game today. Start off this new year.
So here we go in quarter number 3 as Brennan O'Neill has it on the right side. He'll put it up high, and now Reza Terrett's left side. Reza Terrett's up top. Fennell, O'Neill looking to shoot, does so right into the stick of Dylan Ward. And the Colorado goaltender with a save to start off the third quarter. Again, Will Malcolm and Ryan Lee, the dangerous offensive threats here for the Colorado Mammoth. Andrew Q added to this offense in the offseason, but not in the lineup today. He's got an injury. So Malcolm spinning away here, gets a shot away, and Damude stops that. First quarter, they ran almost all the offensive plays through Will Malcolm's right side, and the Wings did a good job of shutting that down. Now here's Sam LeClaire trying to get to the net. He'll spin away, and the Wings will get the offense set up.
You just see how difficult it is to score. What a wonderful move by Malcolm. Spin, roll, gets in front of the net, and then there is just nothing to shoot at. Damude just filled that net. He's more of a blocker type goaltender. Deacon Knott's your more athletic type goaltender. Again, here, let's take a look at what's going on today with the big 3 for the Colorado Mammoth. Andrew Q comes in again, and that was that 1 year in 2023 where he had 106 points. 375 points are at home or not on the floor today for the Colorado Mammoth. Lee and Malcolm are trying to do it on their own. Q had a great game last weekend, but couldn't be here today to help them out. He had 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points last weekend.
And he's got a ton of points against the Wings in his career in 10 games. He played a lot of time the last 3 years with Georgia, but then a couple of other Eastern Conference teams before that. And so he's seen a lot of Philadelphia, but he can't contribute today, unfortunately, for the Colorado Mammoth. Here's Dalton Young, almost loaded up to fire one, but he didn't pick it up first. Now Young shoved to the floor. No indication of a penalty yet. We'll see where this goes. Here's Rezaterit's turn to fire. That was blocked off the top. And now a battle for it out at midfield is going to come to the Colorado Mammoth. They got a chance here, 2-on-1. Off the bench, a shot, and a save made by Nick Damude.
Tough possession, last possession for Philadelphia. They just seemed to be off a little bit. Nobody could keep that ball in their stick where they had some great opportunities. They got to possess the ball a little bit more. Get it out of your stick quickly, but make sure you have the ball first.
Skip pass through center was off the mark. That'll come to Caputo. We'll see if he can pick it up. Still battling for it on the floor. Now it's going to pop free to the Mammoth.
Swarming D by the Mammoth.
Oh, and there's a nice move and a chance here. A hit laid on by Wagner and a shot wide. As that was a great effort by Connor Cook.
Dylan Hess,
excuse me.
Out of Georgetown, solid D midi, just leaving players in his wake.
So here's Young. He'll come down the left side. Young pulls it back up high, off to Fennell. O'Neal looking around. O'Neal looking for some space. Pass picked up off the bounce. Now Young fires one high and wide. And Colorado will swat this all the way down the floor as the clock was about to expire, the shot clock rather. And we'll get a Colorado possession here in the early moments of this third quarter. About 4 minutes gone here in quarter number 3. Mammoth looking to dig into this 4-goal deficit. Here's Will Malcolm. Skipped it toward the corner off the stick of Lee. They'll battle for it. Patton takes Lee to the boards and snuffs him out. And the Wings will pick it up and come the other way.
Both teams really pushing the pace here. I think they've got to take a deep breath, settle themselves down a little bit, catch the ball, make a move, and see some pick and roll action out of Philadelphia. Some late substitutions right here for Philly. They're going to take their time.
Joe Rezateritz off for O'Neal. We've got a whistle, and the off-ball foul is going to give it to Colorado. So Tom Edwards will settle it down and hand it off to Malcolm. Here is Will Malcolm.
Broken stick.
Off to the left side. That belongs to Chatfield. So Colorado down essentially a player. As Jalen Chatfield now will head to the bench. Oh, it's dished out in front and a goal as the Wings lose a man behind the play. It's Dylan McIntosh who snuck in there. And he's got the first goal of the second half. It's now 7-5.
Little unsettled play as the Colorado player without his stick ran from the floor. McIntosh got lost behind the net by himself. Armstrong doesn't slide down. 2 on the ball, leaves McIntosh in front. Fake finish, goal. 47, Dylan McIntosh, you see it, fake right, finish left. Great goal by Dylan McIntosh, second on the season. He had a goal last week.
And before we can even get the face-off going, Colorado is going to get called for a penalty.
.14, minor dead ball foul.
So it was a little bit of engagement back at the restraining line to the wing side of the floor before the face-off occurred, and Warren Jeffrey is sent to the box. So another power play opportunity here for Philadelphia.
But Colorado got a goal prior to this power play. Dylan McIntosh, a new face for the Colorado Mammoth, delivering his second goal for this new team. It's going to be a face-off, but it's going to be.
Yeah, we never did actually get a face-off there. Everybody started to head down the floor like the Wings were just going to get possession. That's what usually happens on a power play, but got to start the game first. So here comes the odd face-off during a power play situation. And this one is won by the Mammoth, and they've got a shorthanded opportunity as a shot in on net, stopped by Damoud, and he'll get some help to pick that up. Dalton Young with it. And now the horn has sounded, so we've got to stop things here for a timeout on the floor is what we've got. So with 9:56 left to go here in this third quarter, Philadelphia Wings still enjoying a 7-4 lead over the Colorado Mammoth. And we'll have a Wings power play when we come back.
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here. A battle ignites in Oshawa.
No, he didn't!
Warriors.
Oh, what
Fire Girls. The weekend starts here.
Welcome back to Xfinity Mobile Arena. Philadelphia Wings with a 7-4 lead over the Colorado Mammoth. As Brennan O'Neill has a goal here in his new role so far as the chief guy on this Wings power play. This is power play number 4 for the Wings.
Number 4, 1 for 3 so far. O'Neill's the player with the goal.
Here is Reza Terrence down low for Caputo, and a save made. Nice one there by Dylan Ward. He's going to fling it all the way down the floor into space, but coming off the bench alertly to get that is Alex Pace, and he'll put it back to Caputo.
I like the setup on the power play, the little dump down low to Caputo, who did the quick stick low, but Dylan Ward was there with the stick with the save. I'd like to see a little bit of a fake finish there out of Caputo down low, fake low, finish high to put in the goal.
Reza Terrence dishes it out in front, and Fennell was stopped. Colorado getting the rebound. Here's Malcolm out quickly. Malcolm, dangerous from this right side despite the shorthanded situation. There's 47 seconds left on the power play. Wings are going to have at least one more shot at it here as the shot clock winding down to 9. The dish out in front intended for Malcolm, but out of his reach. And here
he's
comes
dangerous all over. He's so quick that even on a short man, he can get to the goal. And he almost got Philadelphia on that one.
22 seconds left on the power play, 16 on the shot clock. Leclerc working it around the left side. Now directing traffic is Reza Terrence. Put it up high, got it back. Oh, it hit 2 posts. That hit the floor, the left post, and the crossbar and came out.
That's the accuracy of Joe Reza Terrence. He's aiming for the pipe for the carom in, but it hit 2 more pipes after that.
That would have won like some game at practice or something like that, but unfortunately it doesn't get you anything in the game. Here's a chance from the left side as Malcolm fired a skip pass, and a good look there from Ryan Lee went wide. And now he's pushed in the back, and that's going to give Colorado a fresh 30. Let's take another look at this shot from Reza Terrence. Zing, zang, zoom.
Yeah, wow. Double poster.
Wings gonna restart here off a shot that missed, and it's Patton coming up the left side. Dishes it off to Young. Wings trying to get some momentum pointed in their favor after a great first half. Here's Young, Reza Terrence. This is Caputo, rather, with a shot and a save made by Dylan Ward. Looking for that shot down the floor, but we got a penalty coming up here on Philadelphia because Caputo got tangled up with Connor Knock and slowed his progress up the floor that Dylan Ward wanted to find. And so an extra attacker out right now for Colorado with the goal empty at the other end on the delayed penalty call. Here's Malcolm, skips it out high for Lee. A shot save made by Damoud. He'll put the stick on it, get the whistle, and we've got a power play coming up here for the Colorado Mammoth, a holding the stick call against Phil Caputo. Yeah, Dylan Ward wanted to try and hit Connor Knock there in stride, but Caputo sort of pulled the stick out of his hand. He's pleading his case, but obviously not going to get anywhere here. So the holding the stick call will put Colorado back on the power play.
Will Malcolm had 2 power play goals last game.
See it here, right at the restraining line. There it is. Caputo's arm on the stick.
Yep.
He's like, I didn't do it. Unfortunately, as he raised his arms up, the stick fell to the floor. So here's a save by Damoud and a long pass ahead, trying to find Liam Patton running. But it's picked up instead by Colorado, and they're quickly back the other way. It's Malcolm with a shot to the right side. It bounced wide, but Damoud did get a piece of that, so it'll be Colorado possession. Minute 29 left on the power play as McDonald's got it up high. To Malcolm, back to McDonald, fires it wide, rebound off the crossbar with the second attempt. As that bounced right back out in front, and Thomas Vela almost had it.
Great second chance opportunity for Vela.
McDonald blocked off the stick. 16 to shoot. Right side, Malcolm skips it left side. Damoud gets over there and slams the door. Here comes Philadelphia.
Great save, great ground ball by Alex Pace, pushing it up again. He's been all over the Lucy's today.
It's Liam Patton at center, sort of on an island right now. He tried to dish it to Reziteritz coming off the bench, but didn't connect. 35 seconds left on the power play here for Colorado, trying to cut this lead to 2. Wings had a 5-goal second quarter to help them open up a 7-3 lead. Colorado's got the only tally of the third quarter so far. Chatfield fires one off the shoulder of Damoud. He gets it back. Left side now for Lee. They work it around. This is Chatfield up high. Another shot off the shoulder of Damoud and into the netting.
Right in front, Damoud with a great elbow save.
And again, we've got a timeout on the floor with 4:54 left to go here in this third quarter. And we've got 7 seconds left on the power play when we come back. And the Wings have the 3-goal lead.
We go head-to-head against the Saskatchewan Rush at 3. Head to wingslax.com for tickets now.
Stop touching things.
Philadelphia Wings with a 7-4 lead over the Colorado Mammoth here late in the third quarter. The NLL returns to Edmonton as Lyle Thompson and the Swarm host the Roughnecks for the league's second annual NLL Unboxed Series event. Head to Ticketmaster.ca to get your tickets now. Wings faithful enjoying what they're seeing here so far as the Philadelphia Wings out to a 7-4 lead. Last year, It was a defensive issue for the Wings, but this game so far, they've tightened it up.
Yes, they have, and compliments to Nick Demude right there. He's had a great game tonight. He had a great summer. His team actually won the Senior B Canadian National Championship. One thing that he wanted to work on were his angles.
What
to try
a
to
save there.
Make sure that he was closing up those angles along the pipes, and he does that just there. He's been great, not letting a lot of shots in from the side, from the outside.
And you know what, Scott? It's funny he did that as you were saying it, because that has been a notable thing for him in this game, is that he's gotten those posts sealed up real tight on just about everything that's come that way.
And the stats prove it, as we just showed.
Wings are going to run out of time here on the shot clock. There's a good defensive stop there for Colorado. The shot total has narrowed. It was a fairly significant gap for the Wings at halftime.
I don't know if you saw that little bug right there up top, at 13 turnovers to 11, Philadelphia over Colorado. Philadelphia's been a little sloppy, certainly in this beginning of this second half. The ball's just popping out of their stick a little bit. They're not that secure with their catches. They need to tighten it up.
Here's Dalton Young maneuvering, and he gets a shot on goal. That's the 34th of the game for the Wings. The shots right now 34-32 in favor of Philadelphia after they led the shots at halftime by about 8. A little more than that, actually. Here's a chance. It's coming down the pike there was Dylan Hess, but he didn't shoot it. And Philadelphia gets the takeaway. Here's Patton. Skips it off to Resetarits off the bench. He takes the cross check to the back, and now will dish it off before he falls to the turf. And the double team coming up here for Colorado. They're going to plow through Sam LeClaire and take the ball the other way. But the pass ahead for Edwards was not caught cleanly, and then the defenseman stumbles in the corner, but he keeps possession. He'll hand it off. Here's a shot over the top, and that one's stopped by Demude. Rebound will be controlled by Philadelphia. It's Foley. Lost it briefly, gets it back.
Nice clear by Foley, getting some playing time in his first game as a Philadelphia Wing. Wearing number 8, looking good.
They have to clear that with you first?
It's only been 25 years since somebody's worn it.
O'Neill with a bid there, stopped by Demude, and now here comes Knock the other way. Connor Knock gets around a man to the net. Did not get the shot away. A nice recovery there by Alex Pace to keep that from being a dangerous chance. Now Chester will get it off to Vela off the bench. They'll put it left side. Here's a low shot that whistles wide. 6 seconds to shoot. Vela got it back. Coming up high, bounces one in on Demude, and he snuffs that out, and he'll pick it up off his crease to send Philadelphia up the floor. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Wings still with a 3-goal advantage. Colorado's got the only goal of the frame so far. Caputo sends it to the right side for Fennell. Now back to Resetarits. And we get a off-ball foul that gives it back to the Mammoth.
Moving pick by Fennell, a little too aggressive. They're trying to run their offense with a lot of up picks to start. Let the offensive player come down with the ball with momentum coming towards the goal. A little too aggressive for Fennell, turns it over.
Here's Malcolm. Oh, it's intercepted out of midair, and here comes Philadelphia the other way. A great play coming down the pike, a defensive chance, a save made by Demude, or rather by Ward, but that was Patrick Foley snatching that out of midair and coming down on the breakaway.
Great play, great speed. Stick up in the alleys, intercepts it, goes for a run, but a great save by Dylan Ward.
Here's Lee, fires it low, save made by Demude, and the Wings get to that rebound. About a 14-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so Philadelphia will have to take at least one bid here. Here's Dalton Young coming up high. Sachets it right. O'Neill went high, then went low, took the shot, save made. 18 seconds left on the clock as Colorado heads down the floor. Dylan Ward's headed to the bench, and they'll bring out the extra attacker. Here's Chatfield with it. He's in trouble out near midfield, but he got it off to Lee. They work it around for Malcolm. Shot, that hit iron. Wings get the loose ball, and time expires as Ryan Wagner picked it up. It's been a couple of close ones for the Colorado Mammoth as they've found some pipes in this one, and they find one there. It stays a 3-goal lead as we head to the final frame here in Philadelphia. It's 7-4 Wings.
Yes. 16.
Welcome back to Philadelphia. Fourth quarter underway here with the Wings enjoying a 7-4 lead. The NLL on ESPN is back. Connor Fields and the Rochester Nighthawks head west for a showdown with the Seals. Don't miss any of the action tomorrow at 5 Eastern, only on ESPN2. Let's head down to the floor. Our Mary McGinnis has a word on the Wings' new captain.
Ian Rubel mentioned this week that when he named Chris Corbeil captain, he was looking to his leadership, but also his on-floor performance. Corbeil is currently leading the Wings in loose ball recoveries with 7. A point of emphasis that the Wings really needed to be better at this year compared to last year. And with Scott Dominy hopefully coming back later in the season, the two of them should be a dynamic duo in these loose balls.
Thank you very much, Mary. Yeah, the Wings would love to get Scott Dominy back here sooner rather than later, and that's just going to be a huge addition to what the Wings will have to start with here. We have some confusion to start this fourth quarter, and we're going to wait and see what the referees have to say about it. Ian Rubel has got his arms in the air.
Philadelphia number 21, minor penalty, holding the stick.
So Dalton Young, somewhere in that first 8 seconds, got a penalty for holding the stick. And none of the Wings really agreed with that call. So a power play right off the hop here for Colorado. Mammoth 0 for 2 on the man advantage so far, and a first shot stopped by Damoud. Wings get to the loose ball. They'll chuck it into space on the near side. Colorado's going to get this back. The Mammoth outshot the Wings 19-8 in the third quarter. They only had 19 shots in the whole first half, and they matched it in the third quarter. There's a great save by Damoud on the back door. Ryan Lee tried to sneak it inside that post. Now he's got it back. Lee goes off right side. Malcolm is dished down low, and another stop by Damoud. Long ball ahead. Here's a chance. Corbeil tried to one-handed it on net, but he got picked from behind before he could get that shot off.
Breaking out, though. Damoud makes the save. Corbeil is gone up the floor, catches it over his shoulder. Almost an incredible one-handed shot. Lost it beforehand.
54 seconds left on the power play. Chatfield up high, dishes it off. Shot, score! A power play goal for the Colorado Mammoth as it's Dylan McIntosh cutting this lead to 2 here early in the fourth quarter.
Colorado chipping away. That's what they say on the sidelines. One goal at a time, and Colorado's delivering that one goal, and it's compliments of number 47, Dylan McIntosh. Sets up the righty shooter. Not a sidearm shot, ear to toe, overhand, up and down. Puts it right along the pipe. Beats the Mude to that far pipe. That's 2 for Dylan McIntosh.
He had the last goal of the game last time out against Vancouver that really put things out of reach with 5 minutes to go. And perhaps another important one here is the Wings now trying to, again, get some momentum back. They have not scored here in the second half. And now they have.
Phil Caputo answers.
I should have said that 5 minutes ago. Just like that, the Wings have the lead back out to 3. It's 8-5.
Just how they write it up on his scouting report right there. Phil Caputo, big body inside, posting up. Look at number 19, Caputo, right in front of the net. Posting up, inside roll, turns, fake, finish. What a great play. We talked earlier about Caputo needs a fake finish from inside. He goes high, finishes low. Great goal by number 19, Phil Caputo. He's on the board.
You want to talk about, some goals being more important than others just based on when they come and how they handle the momentum. I mean, that's a huge one right there for the Philadelphia Wings, as Colorado had cut this to 2 and the Wings didn't have any offense in sight, and now all of a sudden
look at
they don't
that
have to worry about it quite as much.
17-46 drought.
Yep.
I mean, we were wondering where the Wings offense was for that whole third quarter.
McDonald got it up high, a shot gobbled up by Nick Damude. And here comes Armstrong up the right side, challenged by Malcolm. He'll get the ball away. And now O'Neill. O'Neill got stripped by Malcolm, who came right back out. Malcolm trying to get to the net, can't get around, draws a penalty over the backhand shot. That went wide, but he did draw a penalty. It's going to be a holding call, and Will Malcolm is going to need to take a moment on the bench because he's out of gas.
You look at the athleticism of Will Malcolm. They have him on defense. Fork checking.
There's the penalty call, the hold. He wanted to stay out there, did Malcolm. He was turning back toward the net, but he said, yeah, you need to come out here and get a little bit of oxygen on you.
Right, but just a great forecheck, just not giving up, playing all over the floor. Great job by Will Malcolm.
And behind the back there, didn't miss by much at the end of that clip. Here's a shot in on Damude, and he's able to gobble that up. Actually, he didn't even, the ball's in his, he had to take his glove off to try to get it out of his shin pad here. And now Alex Pace is going to have it in the crease, and they're going to try a full court press here as Colorado, but the Wings beat it rather quickly. And so Philadelphia wants to kill some time. Meanwhile, at the other end of the floor, Nick Damude is trying to tell his teammates that Ryan Lee is down there, and they now will send a guy down to take care of him. So the Wings just 3 guys at the offensive end, and they'll abandon it in the corner with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here comes Colorado the other way. Here's Dylan McIntosh left side into the corner for Ryan Lee. They'll go back to McIntosh, and they'll start to move it around the floor. McIntosh, Bella, now tried to skip to Lee, comes off the glass to McIntosh. He'll shoot it right off the head of Alex Pace. Here comes near side, no, quick stick shot was stopped. We got a penalty coming up on Philadelphia on the far side of the floor. There's some battle going on in the corner. And now it comes back up high, a shot stopped by Damude. Comes back out to center. This is a delayed call, so the net empty, and they have an extra attacker out due the Mammoth. Here's Lee on the left side. Lee shoots wide of the net. Another piece of it by Damude, though.
Just a shooting gallery right here for Colorado.
Saris.
Every shot getting a possession. Wings need to get that ball.
McDonald stopped by Damude, and now the Wings will pick it up, and we get the call. I've robbed Nick Damude of at least a half a dozen saves tonight. It is a white ball and a gray crease, and it just flies through there. It's hard to see sometimes where it goes.
Ryan Wagner going to the box.
So Ryan Wagner heads to the box for doing Ryan Wagner things probably.
Yeah, I mean, look at Wagner. He's got the skin off of both knees. Just selling out, diving for loose balls left and right.
So it's a 5-on-3 here briefly. Down to the right side. Wings trying to hold on here. On the left side. Oh, a save by Damoud as that one came in. A great stop by the Wings goaltender, and now Messenger barrels through Will Malcolm. Gets it up far side for Foley. Malcolm's slow to get up, and now he'll limp his way to the bench.
Really important possession right here for Philadelphia. Just take some of the time off the clock. Let's not do anything too crazy.
Long shot by O'Neill is stopped, or rather wider than that, I should say, and picked up by Colorado coming the other way. Malcolm now is coming back out on the floor, but he's still favoring that left leg. Chatfill moves it off for McDonald. McDonald fires. That one was wide. Long rebound. He'll get it himself. He's got 9 to shoot. Malcolm hobbles his way toward the net. Save made by Damoud, and he covers it up. And Will Malcolm still not at 100% here as he spins off of that opportunity. Alex Pace able to get it out the center. Meanwhile, at the other end here is Dalton Young. Dishes it off for O'Neill. Back to Young. Wings are going to now head into a mode where they're going to want to eat some clock despite it being a power play. Still 30 seconds left to go on this man advantage. Here comes Colorado getting things set up.
And they're switching things up on this power play. They got Saris up top. They've got Lee down low, right shooter.
McIntosh over the top, wide. Rebound picked up by Patton, and he's able to get it up the floor. Time winding down and now expiring on the Wagner penalty. He's out of the box. He'll stay on the floor for a moment. Now head to the bench, and Patton. Oh, that was not quite a clean transition to the offense there, and the Wings do end up coughing it up. But back to 5-on-5 lacrosse here with 8:27 left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Wings still nursing this 3-goal advantage, 8-5. It's been a defensive-minded second half so far. Here's McDonald trying to find a path to the net. Skipped it off right side. Here's a shot and a save made by Nick Damoud as he got that right foot out. Now here's Messenger. Oh, he had a man going to the net, but it was broken up. A nice play by Ben McDonald.
Credit to the defense of the Wings and Damoud to stop that power play back to back. Had probably like 6 shots, if not more, just on those possessions alone. D's got to be gassed.
Here's Lee for Malcolm. Malcolm finds a lane to the net, dished it back out in front. They score, but it's
in the crease.
In the crease. Jalen Chaster in the crease. That's a big one there for the Colorado Mammoth, who were within 2 briefly, but it's not going to count.
Great dump by Will Malcolm. Chaster looks like his feet are right on the crease, but let's take a look at it.
So the Philadelphia Wings dodge a bullet here. Malcolm with a great feed to Chaster. Whoa, this may be all right. We'll find out when we come back here to
The National Lacrosse League makes its return to Edmonton on January 16th as the Georgia Swarm match up against the Calgary Roughnecks in the second ever NLL Unbox Series game. We want you to help bring the energy and excitement to Edmonton for a night to remember. Lyle Thompson and the Swarm, Tanner Cook and the Roughnecks. It's the 2026 NLL Unbox Series game, Friday, January 16th. Get tickets today.
This is the moment you waited all week for. It's Friday night. Whether you're at home or out on the town, it all starts here. A battle ignites in Oshawa.
No, he didn't!
Warriors.
Oh, what a move!
Fire. The weekend starts here.
The NLL on ESPN is brought to you by Kilo. Stay energized for every moment of NLL action with Kilo. Visit drinkkilo.com. By Hotel Planner. Travel smarter with exclusive NLL fan discounts at nll.hotelplanner.com. And by StubHub, your home for tickets to the speed and intensity of the NLL. Welcome back to South Philadelphia. A thriller is underway here at Xfinity Mobile Arena as the Philadelphia Wings trying to do something they haven't done in a very long time, and that's be stingy as a defensive unit.
Well, the defense has been tremendous these last 8 minutes. The offense needs to get going. See what 34 can do right here.
Here's Brennan O'Neill sashaying his way to the net, put it low, and Ward kept it out. Oh, I thought he had him. Quickly the other way comes Colorado. Running out of time. Low shot stopped by Damude as Tim Edwards getting in on the action. They're going to give the ball to Colorado, though. And so an opportunity here again for the Mammoth. Vela to the right side for Malcolm. Off for McIntosh. McIntosh spins away from coverage, now fires one. That was wide of the net. 14 seconds to shoot as they get the ball back up high to Malcolm. Now here's McIntosh.
Great save by Damude, and it looked like it had upper corner all over it.
There's a goal for Chatfield as the
Chaster
time almost expired there on the shot clock, but just in time, Jalen Chaster cuts the lead to 2.
Just camped out right in front of the net. His second of the night. Let's take a look at it. Number 71 sets himself up right in front. Little up pick, comes down, streaks from a beautiful pick, catch, release, goal. Beats Damude to that glove side. Great goal. Colorado down by 2, 8-6.
So things getting a little dicey here from the Philadelphia Wings perspective, and this is something Colorado is known for, these comebacks. Here is Sam LeClaire to the net, and a save made by Ward. Again, it was a big second half for Colorado last week, and they're looking for another one here as they got a chance for Malcolm. He scores! Will Malcolm makes it a 1-goal game.
That's what he does. Will Malcolm plays to the final whistle. He had 6 goals, 2 assists last week. There he is, second of the game. He's dangerous all over the floor. He's a late substitution, comes streaking from the box, catches the ball. Before Pace can get there, he releases and goal. Beats Damude. We got a 1-goal ball game, folks. And he's banged up too. He's played almost every minute of this game. Been all over the place. Great shot, great placement. 6 minutes to go.
A battle for it here off the face-off, and finally the Wings are going to come out with it. Here's Armstrong up the right side, 2-on-1. Armstrong shoots, save made by Ward. That is just the 13th shot for the Wings here in the second half. They're being outshot 34-13 by the Mammoth here since halftime. And you see there how dangerous the Colorado Mammoth are in the fourth quarter, as there's another bid that's eaten up by Damude.
I mean, that's crazy, right? That just shows the talent, the youth, the physical conditioning of Colorado knows how to finish the job. Right now, Dylan Ward is playing solid, making huge saves. The Wings need a goal right here. Need a little bit of room.
Pass, though, off the mark as a couple of hits laid on there, and the turnover forced by Colorado. They're coming back the other way. A shot. David went behind him, and he's able to keep it out.
Wow, 2-on-1. That was close.
Inches away. Meanwhile, Caputo at the other end was slow to get up. You see him there headed to the bench to get checked out. Here comes Fennell. Fennell looking for a lane. Played close. His pass off the mark, looking for Reziteritz. He got the rebound off the boards, but then played another pass into the feet of a teammate, and it's going to be Colorado ball.
Not a good time to be sloppy for Philadelphia right now. Momentum is all with Colorado.
Here's Lee. Puts it up high. It's worked around to the right side by Vela. Now Malcolm's got it back for Lee. Lee to Malcolm. Malcolm winds, fires. And a save made by Damoud. He got a piece of that one. Ball's loose on the floor. Vela, double team, trying to come out with it. And he will. He falls, though, and he loses it to Patton. Good effort there by the Wings defense.
Swarming D. Corbeil being smart, taking some time. Take a breath, guys. Captain doing his role.
3:47 left here in the fourth quarter. It's a one-goal game. O'Neal up high, dishes it off. Here's a shot wide of the net. Long rebound. Still loose on the floor, and it's going to be Colorado coming away with it. We've got a timeout on the floor with 3.5 left to go in this fourth quarter. And we've got the closing moments coming up here on a thriller in South Philadelphia. Back after this. Welcome back to Xfinity Mobile Arena, where the Philadelphia Wings trying to hang on here. They had a 7-3 lead at halftime, but Colorado has chipped away, and that's 3 here in the fourth quarter. Time to reveal tonight's star of the game, brought to you by TFL, and Wings goaltender Nick Damoud is keeping him in it right now.
Yes, he is. Game is not over, but Damoud's got 48 saves on the night. He's been blocking him this left elbow, left glove, right elbow, stick, you name it. He's been making the saves. But 3:25 to go. No bigger saves coming up than right now.
Here we go. Colorado looking for the equalizer. A shot and a save made by Damoud as Dylan McIntosh is shut down. Here's Chris Corbeil, his first game as the new Wings captain. Off to the right side. It's been a while since the Wings won a game that was as stingy as this. You got to go back almost 4 years. But they're trying to pull it out here with less than 3 to play. Here is O'Neal. O'Neal up high, fires. It was blocked off the stick.
Moving pick as well.
Here is Hope dishing it off to McDonald, and they'll get set up. Villanova is headed to the FBS semifinal. They pick up a win today. as their tournament run continues. Here's a backhander off the post. Oh, and a big hit by Wagner, and he's going to get called for that. And Wagner attracts the attention of Thomas Vela as he got tangled up by Ben McDonald close to the boards, and Colorado headed on a power play here with 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Ryan Wagner flying in to challenge that loose ball. Ben McDonald kind of ducked a little bit, took a hit up high. Wagner going to the box. Let's take a look at it. Challenging the loose ball, but Wagner comes up high to the back of the head. That's going to be two. Vela did not appreciate that.
So it's
He's
a boarding call.
5-minute
That's
major.
why I was trying to read the lips. Yeah,
Wow.
It's a 5-minute major. I was afraid of that. I had that kind of in the back of my head that might be more than just a minor. So it is a 5-minute boarding major, and it looks like they're going to review it here. They've got the helmets off, and they're headed into the booth to use our brand new replay system here for this season. It looked like Ryan Wagner had arrived on the scene, was trying to put a stick on McDonald and just was out of the reach. He was trying to put that stick on his back, and McDonald was further away than he thought, and it came up and got him in the head instead.
That's a normal check for back when I played.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It reminds me of one of the games versus Detroit right there that might have started a little bit of a brawl.
So they're looking at what you just saw, that exact angle of the stick coming up from behind. And again, you know, that is a timing thing more than anything. I certainly don't think Ryan Wagner was intentionally going for a headshot there, but let's get what the decision is here.
It's been reduced to a minor penalty.
All right, so there
2
you have
minutes.
it.
Okay.
So that is, you know, that's the overall scenario there that can be employed by the officiating crew. They assess a minor or major rather, and then they can review it.
Yep.
And you see it at work there. It results in the penalty being reduced to a minor.
Still not as much of an effect. It's still man down until 20 seconds to go in the game. Down by 1. No bigger power play right here for Colorado.
1 for 5
right
on the man advantage. They'll work it around for Malcolm. Malcolm behind the back, gets it back. Play catch with Vela, bounced it in, save made by Damoud. Rather, that's Chaster there on that right side. Now they work it back over for McIntosh. McIntosh to Vela, tried to skip it to Lee off his stick. McIntosh the first one there. He's got 19 to shoot, so they'll get back set up. McIntosh to Malcolm. Right side Chaster. Malcolm fakes, shoots low, save made by Damoud, and the Wings defense comes in to pick that up. Long ball ahead. It's flung all the way down the floor, and it's going to come to Dylan Ward off the glass. He in turn will fling it back down the floor into the third row of the stands.
2 back-to-back turnovers right there.
And now Damoud feeds it out from behind, from his own end. Young will dish it off to O'Neal. There's 58 seconds left to go on the power play. So the Wings eating both power play and game clock time. Now O'Neal sneaks one in there on Dylan Ward, and Ward up to the task. Here's Robert Hope.
This is the National Lacrosse League, folks. Down by 1, under a minute on the power play.
McDonald gets it back. He's up top there. Bounce shot wide of the net. Long rebound, loose on the floor. Foley poking at it. It's pried out of there. Comes to Colorado. 3 to shoot. They move in. Save Damoud.
What a catch. Ryan Lee almost.
As the shot clock was expiring, Lee gets in there and Damoud keeps it out. And now we got a whistle.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Philadelphia. And that was a heads-up timeout there on the Wings bench because I'm not sure who that was. It might have been Young, but whoever the wing was in trouble.
Yes, he was. Way to burn the timeout. Great play, Coach Rubel.
So what we have here is Wings ball up by a goal with 24.3 on the clock and 18 left to shoot. Now we've got another review here, probably to determine time, I would think. How much time is left? So the Wings have enjoyed the first 2 weeks of the season off. Now they're back in business for quite a bit of time. They've got 2 road games coming up at Rochester and at Ottawa here before the new year, and then back here at Xfinity Mobile Arena on January the 9th against Rochester. And then they've got a home road home situation there, including a home and home with the San Diego Seals. So a lot of road games early on here for the Wings, and then they're going to play a lot of home games in the back half of the season. For the Colorado Mammoth, they've got a week off coming up, and then they've got the Georgia Swarm and the Rochester Nighthawks both coming to Denver to play in the altitude. And you see what they've got there in a busy January as well.
Yep, no break there for Colorado, that's for sure.
So the game clock has been adjusted to 27 seconds. The shot clock remains at 18.
Still man down, so Colorado will double the ball.
Yeah, they're going to get Ryan Wagner back here in 4 seconds. So, and we've got some, well, I thought we had some exchange of ideas, but it's just normal positioning here. And again, there's going to be a double team here right off the ball.
Dalton Young with the ball, number 21. Brennan O'Neill doesn't have the ball. He's down on the far side with Evan Messenger.
You're better than me if you can read those numbers from here. A lot of
confidence in the coaches to give it the second-year player, Dalton Young. Big
so
solid
they did,
player.
And they just adjusted the shot clock as well out to 21 seconds. So they gave the Wings a little time. And
Dalton
what a great
Young
effort by Dalton
splits
Young.
them both.
He gets away from 2 Mammoth players and keeps this possession going. And the Wings faithful on their feet at that effort. Now here comes Messenger with 3 to shoot, and he'll abandon it in the corner as the shot clock expires. There's just 5.4 seconds left on the game clock, as now Colorado has called their timeout, and they're going to see what they can do here as they look for the equalizer.
Wow, they will pull Dylan Ward, but credit to 21 Dalton Young swimming through 2 defenders, 2 of the top defenders for the Colorado Mammoth to keep the possession for the Philadelphia Wings. Burn off 23 seconds. What a play by the second-year player. Dalton Young out of Richmond. Watch this. 2 of the top defenders, Hess's 2 big bodies, swim move. Just power cradle through both of them to retain the possession for Philadelphia. Little flip to the far side. Wings will burn out the clock.
And he doesn't go over the midfield line either, because he would have been over and back at that point. And you know, that's just a fantastic effort there by Dalton Young that could save the game here.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 foot,
Philadelphia
200
Wings.
pounds, big lower body, just powers through that double team. Swim move, great play by Dalton Young.
Pat Coyle can't believe something on the Colorado bench. Not sure what his beef is, but we do have 6 seconds now on the game clock. They added 0.3 of a second. It's going to be Colorado ball. They're going to give it to them back at their end of the floor.
The National Lacrosse League will sell you the whole seat. You only need the edge.
Here we go. Clock is rolling. Mammoth up the floor. It's McDonald. McDonald slashes, low shot, save Damoud. And the Philadelphia Wings hold on. They win their opener. 8-7 is the final.
Wings win, Wings win, Wings win.
A thriller here to start the season at Xfinity Mobile Arena. And the Philadelphia Wings, after a great first half, found offense to be few and far between in the second half, but what a game for the defense.
That's for sure.
And Nick Damude.
You're seeing Nick Damude right there. He was awarded the game MVP before the game was over 2 minutes ago, but he closed the door. 52 saves on the night. What a game by Nick Damude. Well done, well done. The defense in front of him played so well. Loose balls. Credit to Colorado. Their offense didn't give up. They kept coming. Philadelphia Wings, couple great, hard-nosed, gritty plays to win this ball game. Grit, determination, youth, you name it. This new look Philadelphia Wings delivered tonight at the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
It was a fantastic defensive effort from the Wings from start to finish in this contest. And even back in the first quarter, and the second quarter, the Wings get those 5 goals that they needed to make this happen. But even the defensive effort in the first half ends up being crucial here in what ends up being a 1-goal game.
Yep. Scoring by committee. No one guy really did anything out of hand. Fennell and Rezaterets both with 2 goals each. O'Neill, Caputo, Messenger, and Sinfield with a goal each. Sam Leclerc had 5 assists. Dalton Young had 4 assists. The youngsters giving some helpers. But it was Nick Damude right there, number 39, with the big game. Ian Rubel's got to be pleased with this home opener.
His team now to 1-0 on the season. The Mammoth go to 1-1 on the campaign, and the Wings are going to do a victory lap, but fortunately Nick Damude is going to skip that. He's going to join our Mary McGinnis downstairs.
Nick, it got a little interesting there at the end, but what a defensive effort. What can you say about the defense that played in front of you today?
Bend, don't break, right? That's kind of, obviously we let them back in a little bit, but we didn't break. Stuck to our game plan. I think we got some stuff we can tighten up, which is only good. When you got things you can work on and you won, it's a good outcome.
A lot of new faces. We didn't know what to expect heading into this game. What can we expect from the Wings here for the rest of the year?
I think we're trying to re-identify ourselves as a hard-working, blue-collar team. We got to come in, we got to outwork teams every single week.
Congratulations.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Nick Damude, the star of the show here today, as he backstops the Philadelphia Wings to a season-opening win, 8-7.
Well, they're looking for a new identity. They proved it. We talked about it. Nick Damude just said it. Tough, gritty, hard-working team. Leave it all on the field. This is the new look Philadelphia Wings for this 2025-2026 season. Come on down and watch this team play. Great win today.
57 saves for Nick Damude today. Our final score is the Philadelphia Wings 8 and the Colorado Mammoth 7. For Scott Gabrielson, Mary McGinnis, producer-director Joel Katay, and our entire crew, I'm Brian Smith. This has been a presentation of the National Lacrosse League in association with Freedom Broadcast Studios. Click over on ESPN Plus for more NLL action tonight, with Las Vegas visiting Vancouver at 10 Eastern. Thanks for watching, and good afternoon from Philadelphia.